Guys, this is my review of the Sonic movie. This movie is rated S for spoilers. S, 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 S. Spoilers! Okay, so let's run down the Sonic movie a little bit. What I loved and what I didn't love. So, number one, what I loved is Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey was great. He was at home with this role. This is a return to form for Jim Carrey. Fantastic as the villain. There were a couple of jokes that actually landed in the movie, and they worked quite well some of the time. Others, not so much. There is not as bad as the Power Rangers movie with, I think it was Krispy Kreme, but there is subtle advertising with Olive Garden in there, and I think they get brought up about a couple of times, and it's pretty obvious when they get brought up. So that didn't exactly work with the movie. Again, I know they have to have advertisement in there. It's just kind of annoying when they speak it instead of show it. That's just a little gripe. Another thing is, keep in mind this is a video game movie, and they have not reached levels of, well, perfection in the video game movie industry. It's very, very tough. People like to compare this to Pokemon Detective Pikachu, but that's not really a video game movie, as it's a Pokemon, and Pokemon's its own franchise. I don't even want to go into that. It's not even considered a video game movie. Another thing I would say about this is the ending is pretty cool. I will say there's one other Sonic character that shows up in the movie. I won't say who it is, but at the very end, you will get a peek of what's probably going to be Sonic 2, since Sonic is actually breaking records here this weekend. It was enjoyable. It was something that you can go and enjoy, and I'm glad I saw it. I don't know how many times I would rewatch it. To me, this is not like Wedding Crashers, which I know is pretty goofy to compare it to, but Wedding Crashers is something I can watch again and again and again on Rewind. This I'm glad I saw it. It had a couple references to the Sonic video games, but not as many as I would have liked in there. Another complaint of mine is, we were in the real world in this movie, and my buddy brought this up. my buddy said that he wishes that it was a human that went over to Sonic's world as compared to Sonic coming over to the human world. And I have to agree with that. I would have liked to see more of Sonic's world in this movie in a way. And overall, though, I really did enjoy Sonic, and really just quick closing thoughts on Sonic the Hedgehog. He's blue, he's furry, and honestly, that is the movie. It's blue, it's a furry movie, it's a feel-good, it's a fuzzy movie. If you don't want to think for about 90 minutes, I think it was less than 90 minutes. It was a really short film. I mean, it never starts on time at AMC, of course. They have 30 minutes of previews and commercials, so it really felt like an hour and like 20 minutes at the tops. You can go and see this movie. It's not going to take up a lot of your time. It's warm, it's quick, it's fuzzy, and you leave the theater and you go, okay, all right, I can see where they can go with this franchise. But the quality still needs to be picked up in video game movies. That's a big gripe of mine. My favorite video game movie is still, it ranks about the top two, is Mortal Kombat and the Tomb Raider movie with Angelina Jolie, the first Tomb Raider movie with Angelina Jolie. But for a video game movie, this fell is halfway decent. Overall, my score on this is about a 6.8 out of 10. Well, I hope you enjoyed this review, and you have a wonderful evening.